Okay, we have two equations to solve and we're going to use the factorizing method to solve it. So problem 8.4, start with part A. The expression is x squared minus 19x plus 78, and this expression is equal to 0. So you have to excuse me, we have to find what value of x will make this left side of the equation equals to 0. What we will do is, again, we are going to factorize this polynomial on the left side. 78, if you divide it by 2, you get 39. So 78 is 39 times 2. And we know that 39 times 2 can also be written as 13 times 3 times 2. So how can I rewrite 19 into two parts such that the products of them would give you 78? So I can see I can write it into 13 and 6, because 13 times 6 should give you 78, and 13 plus 6 gives you 19. Or I should say minus 13 minus 6 gives you minus 19, and minus 13 minus 6 product is 78. So minus 13 minus 6, that's what we will be using. So we'll write or x squared minus 13x minus 6x plus 78 equals 0. Or we'll take x common, x times x minus 13 from the first two items, and then minus 6 x minus 13. And when in doubt, remove the brackets, multiply it back, and see if you get the expression again. So 6 times 13 is 78, and minus 6 times minus 13 is 78, so that holds. Or x minus 13 time is taken common, what remains is x minus 6, and that is set to 0. Now when you have two factors and they're multiplied to get 0, it means that one of the factors must be 0. Let's say a number 3 times 5. Will it ever be 0? No, because neither 3 nor 5 is 0, so you cannot have the product as 0. But if I have 0 times 5, I will get 0. So it means that one of the factor has to be 0 in order to have the product as 0. So we can say, therefore, either x minus 13 x equals 13, or x minus 6 equals 0, that is x equals 6. So the solution is x is 6, 13. So these are the two possible numbers that will make this original expression 0. And you can put these numbers back in to check if you have done your math correctly. So I would leave that to you, but do check it. Okay. just as a reminder, if the solutions work. So that's part A. Then let's move to part B. Eight x squared minus 8x minus 16 equals 0. Whenever you see this type of expressions, you can readily see that I can take that 8 common from all these terms. So let's do that. Or 8 x squared minus x minus 2 equals 0. Now when 8 times some number is 0, that means that number must be 0, because 8, of course, that factor 8 is not 0. So then the other part of it must have been 0. Or x squared minus is 0. Now let's see if I can factorize them. Minus 2 can be obtained by minus 2 times 1. So I can obtain minus 2 as minus 2 times 1. And I can obtain minus x as minus 2x plus 1x. So you can see that the factors are possible. So I can write it minus 2x plus x and then minus 2. So I'm breaking this minus x into minus 2x plus x. Or I'm just going to take the x common from the first two terms, x minus 2, and this term is already x minus 2. I'll just write them in brackets. Or x minus 2, we'll take them in bracket, and what remains is x plus 1, because this is ultimately a factor of 1 times x minus 2. So that's what it will remain, x minus 2 times x plus 1 equals 0. Now you can see that either this factor is 0 or this other factor is 0. So the solution, I would not have to write it again, but you can do it just as before. So I'll just say this implies that x equals, so if I put this to 0, then it becomes x equals 2. And if I put this to 0, it becomes minus 1. So that is your solution, 2 and minus 1.